Okay guys, it's Brian again. Video number 2 here of my programming video series, if it ends up being a series. So what are we working on today? Well, let's just get ourselves set up here as before. Ah. Okay, here we go. So what are we doing today? Let's say 2D graphics. So what I'm going to show you today is how to draw stuff on the screen. Most of the time when you're putting stuff on the screen, it's already a picture that you can't change, or well, anyway, it's usually just a picture you can't change. So today we're going to actually make things happen. Like if you press the up key, it will draw a line upwards. I know, so crazy, huh? It actually requires quite a few parts and commands to make this 2D stuff happen. It sounds so easy, but it's unfortunately not. Okay, so the other problem is, maybe I shouldn't admit to this, I don't know much about this, or I don't have the commands memorized, if you want me to be more exact. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Firefox and search for Canvas JavaScript. Oops, script Java. Okay. And I am looking. Oh, hey, W3 schools is always a good one. They're kind of terse. They don't go into detail, but they give you enough so that you can figure it out on your own. So it says here, basic canvas example. I am just going to be. By the way, these guys are really big on the free learning stuff, so I don't think they'll care if I copy code. But in general, don't copy code. Here we go. Let's say Command C for those of you playing on the Mac side, and a Control C for those of you playing on the PC side. Oops, put it in the wrong place. Okay. So how do I know this thing goes here? It's very simple. This has brackets, this canvas thing, and the slash canvas thing also has brackets. So turns out, okay, it's probably HTML. Now if we go back, let's say I just want to draw a line today. This is drawing with JavaScript. That one draws a rectangle. I just happen to know the particular command for that. It says fill rect, which means fill the rectangle. But I just want to draw a line, so I'm going to copy this kind of stuff here. By the way, I'm not saying you don't know how to copy and paste. I'm just warming up, so I apologize if you think that was rude. Okay, so we got these commands, but the problem here is these commands have to do with, or sorry, let me highlight these commands that I just copied. Have to do with this canvas thing, and oops, what did I just do? Okay, good. They go with this canvas thing, and the problem is here, the script is before we even say that there's something to use in the script. So we're going to do this thing called onload. And we're going to create a function. So how do you create a function? It's very simple. You type function and give it a name. So this is my own function. There's no command as far as I know. This is easy start. I just delete. Oh dear. Where's my mouse? Cursor. So here we go. Function. Alright. Still, where's my mouse? There it goes. Okay. Maybe I should make my mouse bigger somehow. Functions, easy start. So I'm saying I want whenever someone says, hey, do this easy start thing, I want the computer to do all these things that I just pasted. Now, I happen to know that this example already works like this, but let me just check to see, cross my T's and dot my I's. Or not unload, onload ZZ start, and I'm pretty sure this will work. Okay, so what does the onload thing do? The onload thing just says after everything's loaded, run this whatever it is you put in the quotes. This part here. So in this case, we are saying once the whole body loads, you can run ZZ start. And function ZZ start has all these commands in it. Let's just see if it works first, and then I'll explain some of the commands and what's going on. So here it already says 3D trial. We'll go to documents and make a new folder called what shall I call it? How about lines? Okay. So I'm going to save this document as lines.html. And I think that's all I need to do. Let's see. Yep, use HTML. Oh dear. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to Firefox. Actually, let's go back. I'm going to grab this and then go to Firefox. And plunk it down here. And voila! Wait a minute. We have like 5 lines. So that might be a problem, especially if we look back here. There's only really 1 or 2 lines of code, 1 or 2 horizontal written lines of code to make those 5 lines. And you might be wondering, like, why? Well, let's go through what's going on here. First, let's talk about this canvas tag. Canvas tag is pretty straightforward so far. The the width is 200 pixels in this case. The height is also 100, again, pixels in this case. And this style thing. Now the style thing is really cool. This particular element is sort of a image element and like a visual element, but some of the tags in HTML have text. And you can change the text colors, you can underline the text, you can bold it, you can, those simple things. But the cool thing is you can justify it, you can center it, you can move it all to the left. You can also change the color. I think I said that already. But more interestingly, you can change, just like the people, I mean, if you've been on a newspaper team, you probably know about this. You can change the spacing between the letters. You can change the spacing between the lines and the spacing between paragraphs. It's really powerful. So whenever you have a browser, a web browser, that sees, a web browser that's designed by someone who has given a lot of functionality to the style, it's not really a command, but basically the style command. Yeah, you can do crazy stuff with it. Okay, so back to this though. So I said something about the width, the height, and the style. This ID just says whenever someone wants to contact or change this canvas, they're going to use the ID myCanvas. In my case, I would use ZZ Canvas, but since I just copied and pasted it, I'm going to leave it alone. Okay, so that's just the setup for the hardware. It's not really hardware, but that's the setup for what we need here for Canvas to draw the rest of the stuff. So we start from the top again. Here we have variables C, and this variable we're setting equal to myCanvas. The rest of it just says take the document, find the thing called myCanvas, and let C equal that thing. Okay, so that's pretty easy. We're getting a shortcut so that we don't have to type document, like find the element myCanvas every single time. Down here we have CTX equals c.getContext2D. Now what does that mean? That means CTX is going to draw on this canvas, but the canvas is going to be a 2D representation, two-dimensional representation. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, here we go. Now more stuff. So we know how we're going to talk to the canvas by the CTX. So the CTX now gives the canvas commands. in its 2D library. So in this case, we have CTX move to, and CTX line to, and the CTX stroke. So this is a simple example. We're moving the brush, so we're picking up the brush and placing it just above 0, 0. This one says we're going to take the brush, which is touching the paper now at 0, 0, and drag it to form a line to 200, 100. Finally, that's where we want to end. So really quickly, how do you differentiate between these? Oops. Let's see if I can draw this correctly. Okay, so if this is a point and you move to this point, the top, don't look at the bottom yet. Let me actually just delete it. Okay, so if you move from this point here to this point here, nothing's in the middle because you did not tell it to line to, you told it to move to, so you just move it. Now if you tell it to line to, oh, I can use this here. If you tell it to line to, oops, then it will do that. It will take the first point and drag it to the second point in a straight segment. For those of you who care about geometry. And it will draw a line. Pretty simple. Now the cool thing here is you can line to and move to as many times as you want. So this seems like it's going to be a rectangle with 200 and 100 as the diagonal. Okay, so anyway, we have a move to and a line to, and we finish it off. So it should just be one line because there's only one line to command. So the question is, what is all this other stuff? What is all this other stuff here? Like there's 5 lines. I don't get it. Well, here's what. Back down here at the canvas, it says it wants a border of 1 pixel. So surrounding it, that doesn't count because that's just part of the border. It's not part of the line to. But to make this even more clear, let's make it 30 pixels. So here we go. 30 pixels. Ah, okay. Now it makes sense. The border is 30 pixels and the line is just the line. By the way, this is a fun one. We can change it to gray or pink or purple. Let's do this with it. That will make it light something. But what, I don't know. Oh, nice. Cyan. Okay. Okay, fine. I actually didn't like that color either. So let's try this. Okay, whatever, it's purple. Anyway, back up here. We can line to, as I said, a bunch of different ways. So what I'm going to do here is do some calculations and try to make it form a plus sign. So this line 2 apparently goes from one corner to the other. So it starts at 0, 0 and it goes to 200, oops, 100. So my question is, what is the middle point? And the answer is 100 and then 50. So what I'm going to do here is start from 100 and 50. Oops, just kidding. Ha, I'm silly. I can move this around a bit. Okay, so the mouse on top, the command's on the bottom. Move to 150. And then guess what? We're going to line to, oh, I don't know. So in the center, we're going to line to 50, 50. So that should be to the left. And then what am I going to do? This is the best, because I'm going to waste a lot of commands on doing something simple. So you move to 150, you line to 50, 50, then you line back to 150, and then you line to 150, 50, and then you go back to 150, and then you line to 100, 0, and then you go back to 150. and then you go back to 100, 100, and then you go back to 150. So, in case you didn't catch that, we're moving to the center, going to the side 50 pixels, back to the center. Everything that says line 2, whatever it connects wherever the pen is to the center. And so you go back to the center, and I think it's to the right, if I'm not mistaken. 150, 50. 150. Oops, sorry. Where's the 150, 50, 50, 150, 50? Where'd it go? Here. Okay, so the 150, 50 is here. Then back to the center. And this time we're going down, I think, or maybe up. I'm not sure about that one exactly. Then line 2, 150, and then line 2 up or down, whichever that is, and then back to line 50, and then we stroke. Okay, that's good. Let's see if it works. Should draw a plus sign in the middle. And it does. Alright. So I think I may have to stop here on this video. But let me think if there's anything else I want to say. Next video, we're going to start showing you how to make things interactive. For example, the user presses a button or a key, probably in the beginning just a button. The user presses a button or a key, and the computer reacts accordingly. And I'm probably going to make this video right after this. I'm probably going to make that video right after this video. So here we go. I'm going to sign off with this 2D graphics thing. In Canvas and JavaScript. Okay. Saving finally. And signing out.